Let's bring in ESPN NBA insider Mark Stein. Mark, first of all, how surprised were you when this news broke a few minutes ago? Because everybody thought it was going to be New York City for Kerr.
This is a league-wide surprise, Coach. Honestly, everybody thought that Steve Kerr, one way or the other, was going to end up with the Knicks. And I would include the Warriors in that group. As recently as the weekend, the Warriors basically conceded that Kerr was too far down the road with the Knicks, and that's when they switched their all-out attentions to getting Stan Van Gundy. And then it was only because this Knicks thing has dragged on so long, and because it's dragged on so long, that gave the Warriors renewed hope. They miss out on Van Gundy, and they went back to Kerr. But if you would have dialed into the Warriors' kind of thinking over the weekend, they thought that they wouldn't even have a chance at Kerr. And I really feel like that was the consensus around the league, that he was going to end up with the Knicks. And so for Golden State to kind of pull this one out of the fire and pull this off, this is a major surprise and quite a coup for them.
And Mark, there's always those jokes out there about New York and Knicks basketball, and they haven't won in so many years, and they can't seem to get anything right, despite the fact that they have unlimited funds and they play at Madison Square Garden. Why do you think it took so long to try and wrap things up with Steve Kerr when Phil Jackson was in charge?
Well, we've been hearing these rumbles for at least a week now that the sides couldn't get together in terms of years and money, that the Knicks weren't offering Kerr as much as he felt like he needed to take on this job. And obviously you could say, all right, Steve Kerr has no coaching experience. Who is he to make these demands? But you are stepping into an absolute cauldron in terms of media attention and pressure by taking on the Knicks job. So there are a lot of conflicting things kind of circulating out there right now. And we've heard that, Phil had the autonomy to offer him the years and money, whatever years and money that he wanted, but the way this turned out, it's hard to believe that's the case. So, look, Phil's going to have to take some of the blame here. Steve Kerr is his guy, and the deal didn't close. But just as many fingers, if not more, are going to be pointed at Knicks owner Jim Dolan and how much his presence really scared Kerr off. And, with Golden State offering a 5-year deal, and at last indication the Knicks were not going as far as 5 years, that helped tip things in Golden State's favor.
It's amazing when Phil Jackson is making $12 million a year himself that the head coach couldn't make 6, 7, or 8.